Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. A Chippewa Falls man was sentenced to 7.5 years today for his role in an armed home invasion. Elijah Johnson will serve 5.5 years in prison, followed by 2 years of extended supervision for his role in the crime. Last December, Johnson and Jeremiah Mackey allegedly broke into a house. Johnson is accused of pistol whipping 2 victims with a gun. As part of a plea deal in February, the charges of armed robbery with use of force, criminal damage to property, and theft were dropped but read in. Mackey pleaded not guilty to all charges and will have a trial in September. The conflicts in the Middle East could be on the verge of a major escalation. U.S. officials believe Iran is preparing a retaliatory attack against Israel, possibly within hours. Natalie Brand has the latest for us from Washington, D.C.
As Israel braces for a possible attack from Iran, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited an Air Force base Thursday, warning whoever harms us, we will harm them. A U.S. official tells CBS News it expects a major attack that could include more than 100 drones, dozens of cruise missiles, and possibly ballistic missiles aimed at military targets in Israel. Iran vowed retaliation after a deadly airstrike on its embassy in Syria earlier this month that it blames on Israel.
We're really trying to avoid war.
On CBS Mornings, General C.Q. Brown Jr., the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said the U.S. is in close contact with Israeli generals.
So I've talked to my counterpart on a regular basis to help us better see where the threat is, how we should respond, all to make sure that we avoid a conflict.
Experts on the region worry about a widening conflict.
Things can quickly escalate, tit for tat, missions, targeting, and all of a sudden you might have a full-fledged conflict.
George Washington professor Sina Azodi says different political factions in Iran are at odds over a response.
I think these two factions are pushing in different directions. I think the government of Iran wants to find an honorable way out of this.
The U.S. says steps have been taken to protect U.S. forces in the region. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
With an attack on Israel possibly imminent, the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem is reminding U.S. citizens in Israel to be cautious. It's also restricted travel for embassy personnel.
Hey, good Friday afternoon to you. After a little bit of light rain in the La Crosse area last night, we started with plenty of blue sky and sunshine. Here's a time lapse for you. This starts at 7:50 this morning, but watch as we go through the morning hours. We start to get some of those fair weather cumulus clouds bubbling up, and that's a trend right now with a partly cloudy sky. Temperatures today will be pretty seasonable, but warmer this weekend with highs in the 70s. Then I'm tracking a thunderstorm chance Monday night and into Tuesday of next week. It's also looking cooler later next week. But again, this weekend is looking fantastic. Now, we had the clear skies. We can see those clouds rolling in from the north, and the rain that we had in spots yesterday has now shifted well to the east as an area of low pressure lifts away from the region. Current temperatures in the 50s, 52 in Viroqua, 56 in La Crosse and Eau Claire, 57 in Winona, even 60 degrees down in Boscobel. Mix of sun and clouds, dry this afternoon, but still breezy. Highs in La Crosse right around 60 degrees. We'll talk more details about that weekend forecast and those thunderstorm chances for next week coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, we will see you then. Thank you. Alex Murdaugh is appealing the denial of his request for a new trial, which he claims was tainted by jury tampering from former Colleton County Clerk Becky Hill. Judge Jean Toll ruled that even if Hill told jurors to watch Murdaugh's behavior on the stand, the defense failed to prove it influenced the guilty verdict. Toll said the clerk's fleeting and foolish comments weren't enough to overturn the conviction. Murdaugh is serving life without parole for the murders of his wife and son, plus an additional 40 years for stealing millions from clients as a lawyer. A modified surveillance bill is now on track for final passage. The House passing the procedural vote on reauthorization extension of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, also known as FISA. They will now begin debate on the bill and 6 amendments. FISA is a controversial law that allows warrantless surveillance of foreigners, but also lets the FBI collect data from Americans. House Speaker Mike Johnson is making an effort to emphasize close ties to former President Donald Trump as he faces the threat of a vote to strip him of the Speaker's gavel. Johnson and Trump will deliver remarks on election integrity at Mar-a-Lago today. They want to draw attention to what they say are state proposals and lawsuits that would allow non-citizens to vote, though federal law currently bans non-citizens from voting in federal elections. The event comes amid a looming threat from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene to force a vote to unseat Johnson. And Vice President Kamala Harris visiting Arizona today. She's hoping to use this week's restrictive abortion ruling to mobilize voters who see November's election as a referendum on women's health rights. The Arizona Supreme Court ruling revived a 160-year-old law barring all abortions except to save the mother's life. Harris expected to say the ruling has turned the clock back more than a century on women's rights and freedoms. Harris has been crisscrossing the country as part of her reproductive rights tour since January. She's been arguing abortion rights hang in the balance with the results of the upcoming election. Could a shorter work week be the key to happier, more productive employees? Coming up, we'll take a closer look at the 4-day work week trend that's already seeing success across the pond.
Get ready for the Spring Gift and Craft Show at the Onalaska Omni Center. Shop more than 100 of the best gift and craft vendors on April 13th and 14th. Entry is free, but we are accepting non-perishable food donations. Don't miss the Spring Gift and Craft Show.
We've all seen what's happening at our border. President Biden and Senator Baldwin's open border policy has brought more than 10 million illegal immigrants into our country. That's double the population of Wisconsin. Our country was already struggling to provide housing and health care to our citizens. And tragically, we're losing over 100,000 Americans a year to the drugs that pour over our open border. Their policy is wrong. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message, and I'll work to fix this problem.
When you're injured in an accident, one mistake could cost you a lot of money.
Nobody knows bikers and the law like Hupy and Abraham.
They know how to get you all the money that you deserve.
It costs nothing for you to contact Hupy and Abraham, and they will never take a fee unless they win your case.
They got me way more than I thought I would get. Hupy and Abraham mean business.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you or give us a call and ask us about our Earth Day promo.
Get ready for the Spring Gift and Craft Show at the Onalaska Omni Center. Shop more than 100 of the best gift and craft vendors on April 13th and 14th. Entry is free, but we are accepting non-perishable food donations. Don't miss the Spring Gift and Craft Show.
Welcome back. If you haven't filed your taxes yet, there are only a few more days left. The IRS deadline is this Monday, April 15th, unless you request an extension. Although there's a little more time for people living in Maine and Massachusetts, where the deadline is April 17th. The IRS says more than 90 million taxpayers have already filed using its free online tool that's currently available in 12 states. Instagram is testing out new tools to protect teens from scammers, particularly sextortionists who sometimes solicit nude photos and demand money to keep them private. One of the features Instagram is testing will automatically blur sensitive photos sent by users under 18 and remind them to be cautious about what they're sending. It'll also allow them to unsend if they change their mind. Nearly a third of large U.S. companies are considering a shortened work week to help combat burnout. That's according to a newly released KPMG survey of CEOs. The schedules being considered are 4 or 4.5 day work weeks. The plan seems to be working across the pond. In the UK, a large majority of companies that have tried the 4-day work week have stuck with it. More than half have made the change permanent. And Crocs is offering up a crisp new collaboration with snack maker Pringles. The collection includes pairs of colorful clogs that highlight the snack brand's iconic flavors, as well as some Jibbitz brand charms featuring the Pringles logos, and even a pair of Crush boots. Look at those. Fans who want to get their hands on the boots first may also get free packs of new Pringles flavor called Croctail Party. The limited edition watermelon lime chili flavor was inspired by the partnership. That wraps up your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, here is a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
I worked as a truck driver for 36 years.
And then one day I got this letter.
Your retirement will be cut.
Will be cut in half.
You don't forget something like that.
Every paycheck we put money away.
But because of Wall Street greed, boom, it was gone.
But Tammy Baldwin saw what they were doing and wrote a bill to save our retirement.
Then she fought like hell to pass it.
What Tammy Baldwin did for our families, you don't forget something like that.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select VX and L-Series tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months. Contact your Kubota dealer for details.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Spring has sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the furniture is. At King Furniture, of course.
During our spring clearance event, save an additional 10% off our already low prices. Plus, take advantage of 0% free financing. Recliners, sofas, sectionals, dining rooms, and more. With our huge selection of in-stock furniture, low price guarantee, and free delivery, why shop anywhere else?
It's the King Furniture Spring Clearance Sale.
More of that good news?
Yeah. I've got the champ on one side and the legend on the other.
This is your family.
You're not anywhere else other than right here, and I feel that.
I suggest starting your day off with a dance party.
Of course we're dancing.
Turn you time into Drew time.
We make this show for you. Wherever you are, just take it with you.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8.
In your medical news, measles is becoming a growing threat in the U.S. The CDC says although measles was once declared eliminated, 338 measles cases have been reported in this country since 2020. Nearly a third have occurred in just the last 3 months. Nearly all cases have happened in unvaccinated people or those whose vaccination status is unknown. Doctors say a non-invasive test can help identify blocked arteries. Traditionally, patients need an invasive coronary angiography to image the blood vessels of the heart. But a study by the Radiological Society of North America finds coronary CT angiography, which uses X-rays, can catch blocked arteries effectively, and it's much less invasive. Another new survey showing that nearly a quarter of the 20 million adults who lost Medicaid over the past year are still uninsured. Researchers at KFF found that about half of those disenrolled were able to regain their Medicaid coverage. A quarter are now covered through their employer, Medicare, or the Affordable Care Act. Of the remaining people left uninsured, more than half said they had to skip or delay getting medical care or prescriptions during that period, causing issues with their physical and mental health. Researchers say they can predict the chance of heart failure in diabetics by assessing their housing, food, and living conditions. The study by Case Western Reserve University looked at 1 million veterans with type 2 diabetes. Researchers say patients with disadvantages in food, housing, and transportation were twice as likely to have heart failure within 5 years. Those were some of today's top health headlines. Here is a live look outside now from City Cam 8. Looking pretty nice out there, isn't it? Bill is up next with a look at our forecast.
friends. I'm Clint. I'm Phil, saving big time money on frozen foods.
24-ounce TJ Farms shredded hash browns or 12-ounce frozen blueberries, $1.69 each or 2 for $3.
Ay caramba, hot prices on TJ Farms products.
Hash browns or blueberries, both $1.69 or 2 for $3.
Enjoy TJ Farms products and save money.
Better products, better prices, better service because we're employee-owned.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Wake up to friends every single morning. Amy is honest.
You train like you're a professional athlete.
You never know when I'm going to get the call into the big leagues.
Yeah, but how old are you?
If she doesn't agree, she tells me to my face. Garth Brooks, #1.
George Strait, #1.
She's got your back, but she will also check me if I need it.
Yes.
It's just a lot of fun every single morning.
Totally agree.
Come hang with us. Join me, Bobby Bones, every weekday morning starting at 6 on Kicks 106.3.
It's time to get out and rediscover Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Grab your friends and play for the day, or 2, or 3. It's time for you to win, laugh, and enjoy. Over 650 slot machines, tables, bingo, great rewards, delicious food. Ho-Chunk Gaming, just what you need. Get out again and experience the difference at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls.
Carl's Spring Cleaning Sale is going on right now.
Save up to 60% on floor displays, scratch and dent, and one-of-a-kind items.
Buy an LG 4-piece kitchen package and get an LG 55-inch TV free.
Purchase an LG laundry pair and get a 9-month supply of detergent free.
TVs are clearance price.
Save up to 70% on in-stock mattresses.
Also, our new grills have arrived.
Our spring cleaning sale is on.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
Welcome back and a good Friday to you. Thought we would start with the allergy report. Medium symptoms today and tomorrow for poplar and juniper pollens, and high symptoms expected for tree pollens. And Allergy Associates tells me that juniper pollen counts spiked this week. If you're sensitive to that, you probably already know that, and expect higher pollen counts this weekend with the warmer temperatures in store. Latest drought monitor, again, they're released on Thursdays, but the data only goes through Tuesday morning, so still no changes in our southern communities. Moderate to severe drought there, but the good news, we did have some decent rainfall in some areas yesterday, kind of 3 stripes of higher rainfall totals from Rochester down through Fillmore and Winnebago counties, another batch over Juneau and Adams counties, and the highest totals with some thunderstorm activity from far southern Monroe County into eastern Vernon and Richland counties, and right on the Richland-Crawford County line, well over an inch of rain with some heavier downpours there, but most of us were in that trace to just 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, including 0.05 inches here in La Crosse. All right, we started with some sunshine, some fair weather cumulus clouds have bubbled up. That's common this time of year with the warmer temperatures near the surface and the colder air aloft. 56 the high so far. We're going to be maybe near or slightly above that average high of 58. Remember 1 year ago? 90 degrees, the record high in 2023. That was something else. 56 degrees right now at the airport and downtown. Winds are gusty from the northwest, 17 to 26 miles per hour. The Mississippi rising 6.17. 56 for you folks in Eau Claire. Northwest winds there, 21 to 28 miles per hour. So temperatures mainly in the 50s at this hour. The exception Boscobel at 60 degrees, but everybody else between about 54 and 57 degrees. Again, northwesterly winds sustained 10 to 25, gusting around 30 plus miles per hour, especially over southeastern Minnesota and northeastern Iowa. So clear to partly cloudy, clear skies to our south and west, but some clouds rolling in from the north as that rain chance has shifted well to our east as that low moves away. But combined with this ridge of high pressure, kind of a squeeze play going on, and that's why we're seeing those blustery northwest winds this afternoon. And that will continue through shortly after sunset. Otherwise, clear skies tonight with lighter winds, and then tomorrow plenty of sunshine, and notice how the winds turn around to the south. That's one thing that's going to help warm those temperatures. Some passing showers to the north and east overnight, Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then lots of sunshine into Sunday. Zone forecast showing high temperatures today, upper 50s to right around 60. In fact, most spots seeing highs between about 56 and 61 degrees, which is fairly close to average for this time of year. But look at the warm up tomorrow, lower to middle 70s, right around 73 or 74 in La Crosse, and most locations will see highs between about 70 and 75, maybe some upper 60s in Thorpe and Loyal, and 77 perhaps in Pepin and Durand. So dry this afternoon, still breezy though. Highs near 60, mainly clear tonight with lighter winds, lows around 38. Low to mid 70s this weekend and into Monday. Then tracking a chance of thunderstorms Monday night and into Tuesday, rather windy Tuesday as well. Some lingering showers Wednesday morning and some slight chances next Thursday and Friday. Also breezy and cooler later next week. 56 on Thursday, 50 on Friday, 52 on Saturday. So more the reason to enjoy those 70s tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. Alexandra?
Yes, let's soak it up while we can. Thank you, Bill. A story lost in time, now found. After the break, we'll share the journey of a book that was just returned to one Colorado library a century after it was due back.
At Ashley Spring Semi-Annual Sale, you can spring into savings with Hot Buy $7.99 and under. Plus, shop our Spring Sofa Sale with 0% interest until April 2029 on in-store purchases. Hurry in and meet the all-new Ashley today.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Meet the all-new Ashley. Discover new styles and remodeled stores, offering everything you need to create inspired spaces. From our store to your door. The new Ashley. It's the love of home.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
There's late and then there's really, really late. Jennifer Meckles has the story of somebody who dropped off a book at a Colorado library more than 100 years after its due date.
I mean, that's one of the magic things about books and literature, right?
Of all the stories waiting on these shelves,
it doesn't matter how many decades or centuries pass, it can still be relevant to the right reader that's looking for something.
Cooter Libraries just discovered a story still untold.
This is Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott.
No, not the classic novel Ivanhoe, but the story behind this copy, shared by the library's Anna Claire Crumpton.
It was checked out 3 times, 3 stamps, before it went missing.
The last checkout? 105 years ago.
February 13th, 1919. 105 years later, someone turned it in. So here it is. It came to us from an unnamed woman who it was passed along from her brother, who found it in their mom's belongings in Kansas.
Still intact? Yes. Loved? Absolutely.
And it's been annotated and well loved, so you wonder how many, generations it went through, how many parents to kids, loved this copy of Ivanhoe.
Back in 1919, the old Fort Collins Public Library, the building behind this one, charged 2 cents a day for overdue books.
And we'll adjust it for inflation, and it's around $14,000 of late fines. We don't do fines anymore. We're fine-free.
No penalties here, just one more story to add to the shelf.
Absolutely. We celebrate the magic of books, and it's even more magic when it's more than 100 years old, but we're surrounded by them all the time, and they're very precious.
Cooter Libraries hope the copy of Ivanhoe can be displayed at a local history museum or even on its own shelves. Stay with us. We'll have one more check of your forecast when we come back.
It's the spring sale at Home Furniture. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get 5, 10, and even 15% off sale prices throughout the store. Plus, get interest-free financing during the spring sale going on now at Home Furniture.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Get a sleep like no other on an Heirloom mattress from Home Sleep Express. And right now, pay no interest for 3 years. Plus, get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Heirloom, the perfect sleep night after night at Home Sleep Express.
Mix of sun and clouds this afternoon. Still breezy with highs in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Warmer this weekend and Monday with highs in the low to mid 70s. Tracking a chance of thunderstorms Monday night into Tuesday, and then cooler temperatures later next week.
All right, Bill, thank you. And thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. We will see you back here tonight. Until then, have a great day.